All right.
And we're back!
We're back!
It's been like, I feel like it's been a long time again, but maybe it's just because
It's just 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we got Dwayne with us.
Woo!
What up?
What up?
What up?
Weezy.
It's been a while.
You're like a co-host now, like.
I feel like it.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a good place to hang out.
It is, yeah.
Open. This is an open, loving environment.
Yes. All are welcome.
Psych! I'm just kidding.
We'll have 5 people in this place. I don't give a fuck. We can all be
Right.
talking shit. Like,
We're
y'all want to come on?
all at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
You can all listen to yourselves. All y'all can listen to yourselves.
State your opinion in 3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
Well, fuck these people!
Yeah.
And then we'll just post it, and then it'll be the
You
most
ever
liked
notice
video.
every beginning of our episodes, all you hear is this? Have you noticed that? I always
we're beginning our drinks, and also like at the 5-7 minute mark, that's when you hear me open a can if I have one.
Yeah. Every time I listen to an episode, I'm like, we're talking, but all I hear is this in the background, like
The ice moving around.
Yeah.
So
And I used to use a metal cup, and I feel like that really amplifies
that-
clinky, and it was like
the Yeti one.
yeah. Actually, I need any drink, so talk about yourselves, fellas.
Alrighty, so let's see. So a lot of shit's happened in these past 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's
Um,
super eventful.
yeah. So first and foremost, just because we get this one out of the way, the Super Bowl. Philadelphia Eagles won their first Super Bowl franchise history.
And they rioted.
Yeah, I was like fucking.
And they rioted.
Philadelphia went nuts.
Which was expected. Should
Yeah.
have been expected.
But that's just crazy. But the main thing that kind of, because the Eagles, because I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan, the Eagles knocked out the Falcons in the playoffs. Yeah. So I was like, fuck the Eagles, because they kicked out my team. I hate the Patriots. Like, naturally, I just hate the Patriots. So I was like, I really didn't care who went. I was going around saying, like, I hope both teams get an L. Like, no, I don't want the game to end in 0-0.
I hope this is the first tie.
I was like, not even that. I want both teams to officially have a loss at the end of the Super Bowl.
North Korea just bombs the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Like, everyone dies there.
L.
Both teams.
L.
So it's like, but then I was like, okay, whatever. Towards halfway through the game, I started going for Philadelphia because I was like, oh, cool, they're about to do it. Like,
The
they're about to do
underdog.
it. The halftime performance, though, Justin Timberlake.
You know, I didn't even watch it. Was it good?
I wasn't impressed.
I thought it was pretty fucking cheesy.
I haven't been impressed by a Super Bowl since the last time Justin Timberlake was there.
I haven't been impressed.
And that's because I was
since-
like a 12-year-old boy and I saw a titty.
Right.
So
I was like, I haven't been
a great
impressed
day.
since
Yeah.
Prince.
Right.
Prince was the last great Super Bowl performance that I've ever
was a good
seen.
one. Yeah, you're right.
And speaking of Prince and the whole Justin Timberlake thing, the Saturday before the Super Bowl, rumors, because somebody saw the rehearsals in the actual U.S. Bank Stadium or arena, whatever you want to call it, and they were going to do a Prince hologram.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah,
They were going to do a Prince
What is
hologram.
with those holograms?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I think they're really cheesy.
Right.
The whole Tupac one-off was, interesting.
Let these people rest in peace.
Exactly. It's like, just let them rest, yes. So, when that got out, and this whole, like, there's going to be a Prince hologram at the Super Bowl, people lost their fucking minds.
Yeah.
For it or against it?
Against it.
Oh, okay.
Because one, apparently, now I never knew
His
this.
family apparently never approved that either.
That too, yeah.
Well, I heard that a lot of these holograms, or the stuff they try to do with certain holograms, is that they take snippets from stuff that the artist has actually not endorsed. It's actually like the studio stuff that gets kind of thrown away, but it's still kept for record. So these people go and find all the stuff that basically the artist didn't like, and then they use it to mash up to like a new song.
Yeah, it pretty much works that way. So with the whole thing is because apparently Prince, while he was alive, I didn't find anything. Just a lot of people on Twitter were saying this. Apparently Prince hated Justin Timberlake. Like he loathed
Really?
Justin. Yeah, I never heard of this. Now I do know that Prince hates holograms. He's been on record saying they're demonic. He goes in Prince because someone asked Prince, "Would you ever perform with a hologram?" And he goes, "No."
There was an interview.
The dead are dead. If I was meant to perform with, he named some musician. He goes, "If I was meant to perform with this musician, I would have been alive in that time frame.
Yeah.
I would have been a musician in that time frame. Let the dead be dead." And so that was kind of the main point because that was the most concrete evidence I saw. I still don't know if that's true or not. If Prince hated JT. But that was the main thing, that Prince himself doesn't like holograms.
No.
So last second, whoop, they
I
nixed
don't
it.
get how anyone could not like JT. I just feel like he's a cool guy.
I don't know, like
I feel like if we hung out, he would like me. Like
he seems like a very fun guy. Artist wise,
I think he's a good.
his quality's gone down, I think.
Well, he's an older guy now too.
Well,
but
no,
he's a
that's
good
not
dancer.
true.
He's a good singer.
Yes.
I mean he's solid dancer, solid. Singer.
That's what. Yeah, I'm not discrediting his actual talent.
Not a
I just
shithead.
don't think like I'm not impressed with him anymore. Like back in the day.
Yeah.
Because NSYNC was my first concert. Like I've seen Justin
really?
Timberlake in person. My
He
first
did
concert was NSYNC. Yeah. No, I think he was
Ramen
shaved head
head.
by
The
that time.
ramen head. Yeah.
But so it's like I love Justin Timberlake, Sexy Back, Cry Me a River, all his big hits, early 2000s. Since the
Man.
2010s.
I mean, yeah. That was also a thing. Was like, how relevant is this guy for the Super Bowl? It was kind of, but at the same time, me being my age, I'm like, oh, Justin Timberlake, sure, that's solid. Like, I like the guy.
I don't know.
But I could see for the younger people, like, yeah, what the fuck? Like, who's this old man at the Super Bowl? Like,
Well, it's not only that. It's just like I don't know. Like, I just think it was just as a ploy just to promote his new album.
Yeah.
I think that's all
That's
it
what
was.
I think it was.
which I didn't really see the new album.
Me
either.
neither. Not
Yeah, he
he
just-
Super Bowl, so it worked.
You know
Okay.
what
in
else
the
has
sense.
changed?
In the sense
You
it
got
worked.
inked up.
Oh yeah, I did get a new
Fun.
tattoo.
Yeah.
I got a new one.
You got tres flores. I used to use that in my hair in high school.
Nice.
Is it 3? It is 3, yeah.
3. Oh, taking
Oh,
my
that's your
hand
joke now, David. Now you're tres flores.
Tres flores. Hey man,
You know what that
that's
is?
fine. 3 flowers.
No, I know, but do you know the product?
Uh-uh.
You're not Southside, no, that's the problem. Tres flores is what our grandparents, well, my grandpa, I used to use this in high school. It's like grease for Mexicans. Like, no, black people use grease too, but this tres flores is Mexican grease that, you use to slick
Like a
back your
pomade?
hair. No, it's greasier than that because it's more like petroleum.
Oh well.
Yeah,
but with the perfume to it.
Yeah,
That's
it
why it's called the
smells.
3 flower. When
So it has like an aroma to it.
a little bit, yeah. It's got like a floral scent to it, but it's grease. It's for cholos to slick back their hair.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh okay.
like you shave the sides right on the sides there, and then you leave this long, and then you just comb it back. But when I was growing out my hair, when it's at awkward stage, I would just comb the whole thing. So I had like super grease bullet head when I was dating Mrs.
Awkward
Teach.
stages are the worst, man.
You have to do what you have to do,
Yeah.
and I was in high school, so I could pull it. I would not do that style now if I was regrowing my hair, but
I had a fucking afro.
yeah, you still would have an
I had a
afro.
legit full on like afro in high school.
Oh, well, when it's shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad. Can't do
It's
anything.
funny because I never think of Filipino people having kinky hair, but they do, right?
Yeah.
Like
Kinky hair?
Yeah, my hair's just
Yeah.
like my mom's. You know what I mean? It's
Afro kinky
My
hair.
mom's a
That's an
straight-
actual
very-
term.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, for hair.
I was
Afro
like-
kinky is like super curly, like an afro. Like black people wear it's Afro kinky,
Yeah.
and it's not derogatory.
It's like always tangled.
If it is,
Like-
let me know. But I'm pretty sure.
It's like super tangled.
When I called the lady to do my dreads, her name was Fume. She was from Nigeria.
Yeah.
And she goes, I'm not going to do an accent because I feel like that might be inappropriate. But she had an accent. It was like, okay, what kind of hair do you have? Is it Afro kinky? And I was like, no. Like, first of all, should we be using those words when we're first talking on the phone?
You hit on me?
Who am I calling right now?
Is this a 1-900 number?
Is this Nigerian dominatrix or I'm looking for dreads?
Like, is doing dreads code for
Right,
something?
right.
Whoa. Whoa.
So African. Now you learned something, dude.
Mhm. I did. But speaking of Afro, Black Panther.
Oh, there you go. That was a
That
good
was a
segue.
great transition.
I kind of forgot what we were talking about.
That's how it's done, boys.
I was like,
That's how it's fucking done.
That's
Transition
great
of
podcasting
the year.
right there.
Yeah,
that was
Great
planned.
podcasting.
15 episodes in, I'm kind of getting the hang of this, guys. Let's
I learned to speak.
right. All the radio shows I listen to. But yeah, Black Panther, at this time frame, because today's February 13th, it'll come out this Friday. So by the time if you discovered this 10 years from now and it's already out on hologram DVD,
I don't approve of being a hologram.
Right.
I just want to go on record right now saying that.
well, this is going to be a hologram podcast.
Bring that
episode.
up in a second.
So, I'm excited for it. I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm pumped, especially for
I am over
Infinity
Marvel
Wars.
movies, to be honest. I know. Well,
It's too late for that. Man.
My
It's too late.
opinion.
We've come too far.
My opinion doesn't really matter because I'm not big into gamer universe / that kind of genre.
This is not gamer.
I feel like it's that side of it though. Like I feel like a lot of game. Are you a gamer?
No.
Well, you're a gamer.
I mean,
You're not a gamer? Don't you? You don't.
I mean, comics.
I
and games
haven't turned on my Xbox.
I know they're not synonymous, but I feel like the genre kind of, there's an intersection there where a lot of a big intersection.
I went to PAX and that was for games, and there was nothing really about shows there. But if you go
to
PAX South. It's like
See,
a gaming
it's all about video games.
Okay, well, just
but then if you go to like Comic-Con, it's like, well, you're not.
That's
gonna
all
see many
superheroes,
games
yeah.
there. You know what I mean?
Well, let us know. Email us what the difference of comics and video games and how
We just told you.
No, but how very different they are and how much you feel that the teach is wrong exactly. But I kind of feel like that's a whole bubble in itself for myself.
I mean, you're just saying like nerd shit. It's like,
well, actually, that's what I wanted to say. But
There's a geek and then there's nerd.
I was trying to be eloquent about it and not say nerd shit. That's really what I meant.
It's nerdy. I'm a nerd.
Well, okay,
I was like,
nerd shit. So that's what I meant. Okay. We're breaking boundaries here. So I'm not really into nerd shit, like that kind of nerd shit.
But you're into geek shit.
I'm into geek shit.
See, that's the difference.
Yeah,
it's because
that's the
the
difference.
math.
Right. Yeah.
That's weird.
But I don't.
fucking geek.
Yeah. But I don't play video
That's
games,
coming
and
from a
I
nerd,
don't really
not-
watch comics. I don't read comics or watch comic book movies. So I've been over the Marvel universe since. I mean, when I was younger, Spider-Man was the first Marvel movie I think that came out. Is that?
No, that's not the first Marvel movie.
The
Marvel Cinematic Universe started with Iron Man.
I feel like Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, this new one, yeah.
Well, Spider-Man has the movies itself. Yeah, they're Marvel,
With
but
Tobey
they're not.
Maguire?
That's not the first Marvel movie to ever be made.
Well, right,
And that's
Blade was actually
Even
what was the
before
first
that.
one?
One of the you're talking about like the first like
It
Captain
doesn't really
America
matter.
movie.
What, like the Hulk? I mean,
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
okay. The Hulk. Yeah, so you're right.
it'd be like that
But
stuff.
I want to
Well,
say
if
for
you're going all
our
the way back,
generation,
I think you're talking about the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but there was a Hulk movie that came in before Spider-Man.
but the whole cinematic universe starts with Iron Man.
This one, yeah. This new one, yeah.
Iron Man?
This whole thing is Thor.
Iron Man?
Or, I mean, is Thanos. Is basically
Yeah,
a whole,
so this
Iron Man
everything
with
Robert
Downey
Downey- the
Jr.
first
came
Iron-
out before the Spider-Man was
No.
What I'm saying is our generation, before the Hulk, which is, and then the shitty one, because that one, the one that came out after, the first Hulk was pretty bad.
With Eric Bana?
Yeah. Was bad. And then Spider-Man, I feel like, was the one that sparked everything, though. That was the one that everyone
No,
really...
because I mean, like there was Daredevil, there was Blade,
Elektra.
Spawn.
Well, okay.
You know what I mean?
Blade,
Spawn was awesome for a time.
but that was a
Mortal
flop.
Kombat,
Consider that's more of a cult
like-
classic because that one didn't get a lot of box
And also
office.
Dredd. Judge Dredd from the 80s with Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
Not our generation though. 80s.
Well, it's just,
No,
like,
I'm saying our generation. Spider-Man.
but that's not
was
the
the-
first Marvel movie.
Even
for our generation.
I retract the first Marvel movie, but in the sense of it got the ball rolling. Though.
That's still not what got it rolling.
No, it did because
No.
Spawn, and even
Well, I mean,
Blade
you got Batman,
are like.
you got Superman, like there's a
Well, that's
superhero
DC.
movie.
No, what you're talking about is
I'm not
you're
saying
saying
superhero movie. I'm saying
you're
Marvel.
you're saying is that Spider-Man started all of these comic book movies.
I'm saying that when Spider-Man came out, there was a 3-movie contract that they came out pretty one after another. And then once that was done, they started popping off like popcorn, like quick. I mean, Captain America, Iron Man, and they all started like popping, like really
Well, because
quick within
the plan
each other.
was that
Is
Spider-Man,
that wrong though? To
Yes.
say that. That's wrong.
Yes.
Okay. So
Because-
Spider-Man didn't.
So Spider-Man was supposed to start something with the Spider-Man universe. But then, as each movie came out, which I love all three, they're all three evenly amazing to me.
I like them all.
I was like, but
Really?
they're just kind of.
I don't like it.
I like the third one.
I didn't like the last.
I like the third
I
one.
like
The
the
third
third
one
one.
is honestly my favorite.
That was cringy.
So
It
it's
is cringy where he's dancing, but
cringy.
I liked it because it finished the series. to me,
I mean,
so.
yeah,
'Cause that's-
it
that's the
ended.
thing.
Yeah.
It ended.
Because like the whole
That's
Spider-Man,
awesome. Great.
because they wanted to,
Awards.
because they wanted to do what they're doing now with Spider-Man, with all the Spider-Man villains and stuff, but it just lost interest. So it was kind of like, okay. So then Marvel was like, when Kevin Feige and everybody got into it, they're like, no, because we want to do everything with the comic books. We want to make it this big, giant world.
Yeah.
So Iron Man is when they're like, this is where the Marvel Cinematic Universe is starting. When they started doing the after credits cutscenes and they're going to build off on top of each other, because when Iron Man, it did Thor, the Incredible Hulk, and then Captain America. Then it did the first Avengers.
Yeah, the Avengers,
So,
everything, like all of that.
Getting really into it. this nerd culture that I have you threw out a name there. I had no fucking idea what it was. I guess it's a director.
Oh, Kevin Feige. Oh, he's like the
so
CEO
my thing is, and I have no proof, and I'm too drunk to care to look it up, even though I have an iPad in front of me. But I feel that if you looked at all the movies we just talked about, going back from the 80s or whatever, all that stuff, Spawn, Blade, I feel like if we looked up at like a timeline of the years where we said, here's Blade, and then here's, the Hulk.
Well, yeah, if you look at it that way.
Okay, and then you go Spider-Man, I feel like within this little, 10 years of that, 18 fucking Marvel movies.
No, yeah, if you
10
look
years
at
before Spider-Man, 3 Marvel movies. So what I'm saying is that Spider-Man was just the first one that started where they started being real close together, all the movies coming out.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you look at it that way, yeah, you can see
that's what I was saying.
Because when they started Iron Man, they're like, we're not going to wait, because all these other comic book companies were like, we want to do that, we want to create universes. Okay.
And
so
what
Marvel's like, we're going to dominate this.
For me, that's when I just was getting bombarded, and I wasn't that into it to where... Like, people that are really into it, they know, like, good directors that know the storylines really well, and I was like, I can't wait to see this, dendrite of that aspect of the universe, and then this tunnel of the universe. But for me, I was like, it's too much. I'm like, they all start kind of... My cousin always says it's kind of cookie cutter, where it's kind of like, okay, underdog, whatever, a villain that
they are super cookie cutter.
Okay.
I mean, they really are.
They're all the same.
And so that's why at this point...
They kind of have to be, honestly.
Yeah, because
there's no way.
It's the superhero,
It's
story.
all the cliche stuff.
Right. It has to be. That's
so
what the
not to dog
it.
It's fine. I'm sure it's great movies, every one of them. The only thing is for me,
No,
when they come up, I never get interest where I'm like... And it's funny because I used to be, as a kid, I really liked Marvel stuff. I was very into... I used to buy those encyclopedias of the Marvel and I used to read them, right? And Black Panther was my favorite. I just thought it was cool. Right? I just thought it was a badass character. So, but as an adult, when the movie came out, I've had this connotation with Marvel movies where I'm like, Marvel movie. I'm not really excited. Even though it does stir up that like, Black Panther though. I do remember like being into like his character as a kid.
To see it.
But I'm not. I won't see it.
I'm pretty hyped. I liked comics when I was little. You know what I mean? So it's like, even, like, the stories don't have to be that great. It's just kind of cool to see it just on the screen. For me, it's more like, okay, well, how are you going to do the action sequence?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
how good's the fight?
Which is valid.
Because, I mean, none of those stories are, I mean, like, really, like... You're going to really watch, like, Iron Man, like, the very first Iron Man, and watch all the Marvel movies in, like, chronological order, and try to discern a continuous story between there? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, no.
Well, there's obviously a market for it, and there's always people that want to see it.
There is, but it's like, I mean, they're not really, like, overly great, like, written stories or anything.
Yeah, they're not. And this is what we were talking about on the last podcast about the whole Oscar thing. Like, these superhero movies are not made to be, like, revered as the greatest piece of cinema ever made. They're just made to blow shit up and...
They're kind of like cult classics, a little bit, because there's people that really follow this character. It's really nostalgic for them as a child, or whatever, part of their life, and so you want to see it.
That's how I am. I'm just like, man, I read these comics as kids. I was like, it's cool to see badass actors play badass comics. And I was like, I'm so pumped. What I'm not pumped, though, is all this fucking backlash Black Panther's getting about the whole, there's barely any white people in here. The white people are portrayed as the bad guys, and
they are.
Like,
they kind of are, man.
Especially in Africa.
Yeah,
I mean, historically, it's true.
Are you guys mad that it's too accurate?
Oh my god,
these are supposed to be fictional,
right?
I hadn't heard about
the enemy. Should have been aliens.
You know what's funny actually is I listened to the podcast The Read, and I've mentioned that before. It's two black. I don't know, podcasters. I don't know what the vernacular for that is. But, so it's a lot of black culture and stuff, and I just like to listen to it. But they were talking about this movie, and it's funny because I'm still like in 2017 because they have so many episodes. So it's just getting out like at the time we're talking about it or whatever. And they were talking about how within the black community, black people were mad that there was too many light-skinned black people.
Oh, wow.
Versus dark-skinned black people. And or vice versa, that there was a lot of dark skin. The light skinned people were mad about not having that. They felt these certain actresses and actors would have been better portrayed, because they like them and they're like, it's an African movie, so there's not a lot of light skinned Africans in Africa. And so that's what's interesting is that with even in the subculture that they're so upset about this.
This whole movie, I'm just like, man, it's supposed to be a cool movie. Like, it's just watch it, cause like
it's a comic book, man. Like, just let it be a cool like movie.
That's like the whole thing with
Why can't you just like let it be just a good movie?
Because see, that's the thing with Iron Fist. Like Iron Fist, when the Netflix series came out,
ruined it.
It's like, well, yeah, it was not the best, but people were mad that people were mad that it wasn't an Asian guy playing Iron Fist. But in everything, it's a white blonde guy who's Iron Fist. So people were like, oh, this could have been, Marvel could have used this opportunity to really cast a really strong underground Asian actor, or martial artist and stuff. But it's like, okay, but that's not the comic.
In Iron Man, isn't the, what's the last, I don't know if it's the last one, but one of them where it's an Asian guy with the rings. But he ends up being like a fake.
What's his name?
The
Mandarin.
The Mandarin. There you go.
Okay, but
that should have been an Asian guy.
And the comic book, isn't he really a Chinese sorcerer who but in the movie it's a white guy.
It's Ben Kingsley who's playing like a magician.
Was there any upset about that?
Yeah, people were mad about that.
But they totally changed the story too, because in the real Iron Man,
that's when they were like, okay, well, we're gonna do Thanos. We're not gonna do the Mandarin. You know what I mean? Like the Mandarin.
Pretty much.
So they had to kind of just
Tony Stark constantly combat. So it was more like paying homage to it than really
because every villain,
pretty much all it was.
Because every villain in these
movies,
upset about it. Because every villain in these movies are just kind of like, just to kind of contain this movie. But that's why you watch the after credit scenes, because that's where everything's connecting.
That's what ties it together. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Mandarin was like Tony Stark's like arch rival forever.
Mm-hmm.
Way back in the day, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like long time ago.
Right.
So it's like every episode was like, oh, the Mandarin's trying to rob a bank. You know what I mean? And Tony Stark's like, no way.
You know what I mean? He was one of my favorites, because I always thought having those rings with different powers was fucking badass. Like, that's just a cool fucking...
Yeah.
Right? And in the movie, they totally tore it down. But I didn't really... I thought that was interesting, the modern kind of take.
Well, I mean, Thanos is gonna have all those rings, kind of, but it's
the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, I actually don't know what that is.
I'll just do it myself.
Yeah,
and he's also gonna be in a Deadpool 2 as Cable.
Yeah.
Did you see the new trailer for Deadpool 2?
Pretty tight,
man.
I'm hyped on it. That's gonna be a good one too.
There's so many good movies coming out this year.
It's weird because that's Marvel? Like Marvel, but it's not the same.
It's Marvel, but it's not the cinematic universe.
Thank goodness for Spider-Man starting that popcorn effect on it.
It's Sony's side of Marvel, I think.
We were just talking about that forever.
Which is X-Men. Because there's a new X-Men movie coming out too. It's like...
No, the Dark Phoenix Rising.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
what?
It's about...
They did away with the Phoenix in the third...
Well, there's like a new... starting
because it went first class, so it went X-Men 1, 2, and 3. Okay,
that's
but
when
then
I stopped watching.
So then you
the third one though. That's my favorite.
They're hard to follow.
They really I'm still confused.
After the third one.
So when you have first class, then you have Days of Futures Past, then you have Apocalypse.
Yeah,
it's like that's when Apocalypse fucking confused everything. I think. So did Days. All of them fucking confused everything.
Days of Future Past, they went back and made sure like none of that shit happened.
And then it's tough.
Yeah,
it's really tough.
I loved the third. What is it? Last Stand.
X-Men: Last Stand. Yeah,
that was probably my favorite X-Men movie. And I remember when the first one came out, I went and saw it in theaters as a little kid, and I loved that movie. And then after the third, I think it was a long hiatus before they came back with, and it seemed like a kind of a ploy.
Yo, X-Men, they took forever in between movies.
Guy, let's make a movie all about him. And I never
X-Men Origins.
Yeah,
I never saw X-Men Origins Wolverine just because I knew it was going to be bad.
I mean, it's just so hard to put that much backstory to a team together.
Especially because X-Men, in the sense, was supposed to be a conglomerate of different X-Men, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no one really had that much.
Because they wanted to do different origin stories for all the different mutants, but then how bad X-Men Origins Wolverine did.
But if you get into each origin, they don't make sense because it's a conglomeracy of
exactly. So it's like that's why. So since Disney bought Fox, everyone's kind of. There's definitely going to be another X-Men reboot. There's going to be another Fantastic Four reboot, and
I mean Venom's coming out. Like,
I'm so pumped.
Oh, that was like, dude, Venom. Finally, like I'm hoping they're going to do a good Venom this time.
Oh, and then you hated the third Spider-Man.
I hated that. Really, Eric from that '70s show is fucking Venom.
Fucking Foreman.
Foreman? Are you serious?
I thought you played it good. I like
dumbass.
Oh you did like 3 things after that '70s show, and like one of them was a shitty Venom. You know what I mean?
You know, no one on the cast of that series show liked him either.
There's probably a reason for that. Because he fucked up Venom.
Like, no one liked him.
Fucking Topher Grace.
Venom, actually. Yeah.
Man, that's no. I just hope they bring out Carnage in Venom.
Dude, True.
Oh,
Carnage
man.
would be really cool. Carnage would be a really cool one.
Because see, that's the thing. So speaking on Deadpool, I hope Venom gets an R rating. I really hope. Even though the comics aren't super violent and gory and stuff, not all of them. It's like because of how successful Deadpool was, how successful Deadpool 2 is going to be, how successful Logan was, these rated R comic book movies are clearly something we want, viewers want. Yeah. I think they need to make more of them.
They do. They need to make the dark side of the graphic novel ones. I mean,
it's fucking
Watchmen. Watchmen was super dope.
It was amazing.
You know what I mean? Watchmen was great. It's DC, but still superhero movie.
Exactly.
That movie was awesome.
Rated R.
Yeah, make them rated R. They're just better.
Right, they really are.
They're just better when you're not restricted.
Man, that got really into it. It took us all 25 minutes.
Hey, comic books are it's an important thing, man.
Hot topic.
Exactly.
Hot crowd.
Yeah,
enjoyed it. Heated debates. No, I'm just kidding. Man,
Geeks versus nerds.
Right. Fuck you! Do you have any more vodka?
Yeah.
I was like...
buy a new bottle. Sir, every time you ask me that.
I was like,
do I not always have a new bottle?
There's going to be one time where I ask, hey, you got a bottle of vodka? As soon as I come to the door, oh, no, I'm sober now.
No, that will never happen.
I've given up drinking for Lent.
No. I might have died of cirrhosis, but that might be the time.
Right. If I say I am sober, I am being held captive.
That's a code word, actually.
Something has gone terribly awry.
Call the police.
Yeah. Get this. So here's a funny story. Two funny things. Leslie started listening to the show.
Oh.
She started listening to the show, but
she hates it.
No, she actually says it's pretty funny. She says it's pretty funny, but I'm like, damn. I was like, how
it kind
crazy,
of constricts you, right?
How kind of crazy can I get on the show now? Knowing that she said she's probably not going to go back and listen to the old episode. She's just going to pick up from 13. So I'm like, she's doing this on purpose.
Well, Mrs. Teach went back and has listened up to whatever.
Where we're at now?
I think she's at 7, though. Episode 7, but I think she hasn't had a lot of time. But she told me that when she told me, she's like, oh, you guys are pretty funny. The first thing when I was like, oh, fuck, I gotta start thinking more about what I say. Because I think I've talked some shit about her just normal shit.
That's what I told Leslie. I was like, hey, look, when we start talking about relationships, sometimes grievances pull up. Right. I was like, but hey, we're just venting. And she goes, I don't care.
The specific one that came up that I was like, oh, fuck, wait till she gets to that episode where I think I said where she says, I love you so much and it annoys me how much she says it too much. And I was like, oh, shit. Although she does know it, I feel like, and does it to annoy me, but she never heard me say that. So, and to hear that it's on, this public access type of, venue.
Stop pestering me with your love.
Right? Be gone, wench. Fucking. So, yeah.
You were here for that episode, too, yeah.
So, it's so it was that. It was like, oh damn, now I gotta be careful with what I say. But it's all jokes. She knows that this is my thing. And
my thing too is I'm always on the fence where I'm like, no one listens to this. But then on the other point of it, people that do get big are when they first start, no one listens to it. I'll just say whatever. So what if it? And especially a high school, the scandal type, aspect of it. If no one even does this to it, but one of my students finds it and is like, holy shit, listen to
That's
Mr.
the teach.
Fucking talking about anal sex and smoking pot and he hates his wife and
he wants to die every day.
He drinks every week as far as I know, just once a week.
They have a code word for cirrhosis.
They talk about getting dreads and afro.
And it's being sober. Sobriety's a code word.
I mean, we'll get real popular if that fucking happens. You know what I mean?
It's great.
You gotta check out the Teachers
Podcast. And every time you're like, oh, I feel bad, just look up David Clare. I'm like, yeah, don't put my name on it. I don't want it that accessible. Then if you type in, I was about to say it again, the Teacherson. And it's our podcast.
Teaches. No, so one of our superfans from my job. Superfans. I call them superfans. I don't know.
Are they all our fans are superfans?
Pretty much.
You kind of have to be if you listen to it.
Yeah, I was like,
superfan.
It's like when you get approved at a dealership and they call you a premium customer.
Yeah.
Is that just because I got approved? Right. That's what it sounds like.
Just like we were talking about Jingle All the Way.
This is a participation award, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just like in a Jingle All the Way, every time he hangs up the phone, you're my number one customer.
Exactly.
So she is dead set that Leslie's cousin Abel is you. she thinks...
Oh, she's making conspiracy theories?
Yeah, she has a conspiracy theory that me and Abel hang out every week, but I call him to teach. And that like and I'm just like, okay, one, I talk about fucking Leslie from time to time on here.
Right.
I was like, I would not sit down and be like, hey, Leslie's cousin, who's older than us. Hey,
I was hitting real good the other day.
I was like, yeah. So my fingers were like, knuckle deep in your cousin. So it's like,
I don't hear that shit either. It's like not even her cousin.
So it's like I'm not going to sit there and openly talk about that kind of shit. And I'm like, what?
Although. That's interesting that people are that avid of listeners that are trying to make connections.
They're trying to figure you out. Yeah, they're trying to figure you out.
I always think it's funny because so I think I reposted one of the pages, being on Google Play, and my mom actually commented, and I was like, "Hey, Teach, what's this about?" And I was like, "Oh, a friend has a podcast, and he got approved on Google Play. It's fucking cool, right?" And she was like, "Okay, mijo, that's nice."
Dude, no. So my mom. So I went over because I go over to my parents every week, right? Go see them and everything. So my mom, I go to my parents' room. My mom's laying down in bed. It's the morning. I lay down next to her, and she's all like, so what's this whole podcast thing you keep sharing, want everybody to like and stuff?
Who asked you?
My mom.
Oh.
And I was like,
she doesn't know truth?
No, she knows it's mine, but she's never listened to it, so she doesn't know what it's about.
Mama Claire?
Yes, don't. Well, she did, because she asked me to play some, and I was like, okay, I'll play the most recent episode. I'm thinking really fast. It's not too bad. It's
always bad.
Yeah, but then we get to the part where we're talking about Izzy's Ansari, going down on chicks, us putting the moves on girls, putting our dicks in them, and when they say like, no, and you're like, oh, no, never mind.
Oh, fuck.
So, and I'm like... fumbling on my phone. Oh, that's just a joke.
Oh my god.
My mom's like, no, you're an adult. I understand. And I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, I would never.
I was like, my mom just.
I actually have my dad technically blocked. Like I have him as a friend, and I can see his stuff. But I have a reoccurring block on all my posts where it's like, don't let them see it.
Yeah.
So like we're still friends, but he can't see any of my posts. Mm-hmm. And I specifically make sure he can't see when I post the podcast because I do not want him to hear this shit.
Right.
Wait, my mom, I don't care too much because one, I really don't see my mom. She won't listen to it because she probably doesn't even know what a podcast is and probably doesn't know how to like click on clicking on the link that takes it to another app's gonna like freak her out. She's like, "What's going on?"
She's gonna throw the phone away.
Yeah, she'll just not get. But my dad, he would be the type to be like, "Oh, Teach's got a podcast. What's he talking about?" And investigate and listen to every fucking one.
All in one night.
Yeah, and no fucking way. Like,
he'd be like, this sounds an awful lot like my son.
I think we talked a little shit about him in one of our first episodes.
I think he did.
A little bit. I mean, not too bad.
I think about the whole corporal punishment thing when we were talking about that.
It was something where there was a little shit talking. I mean, not really bad, but my dad, the way he is too, would be like, Teach... how many people can hear this? And you're talking about me this? Like, I can just hear him chewing my ass about, like, Yeah. And it wasn't even that bad, but, yeah. I had a post one time. This is why I had to block him. I posted something. I am all for gay rights and all that, gay activist. I'm an ally and all that. And I had a friend from back in the day who, I guess, there was a Disney show that has a gay character on it now. I don't know. I don't know the show. But she posted that the show came on. She has a little boy, and he was watching it, and she was like, I have to now watch Disney. Like, this is ridiculous because I can't have my son growing up thinking that's okay, right? And so I deleted her because I was like, you know what? This bitch is crazy. I don't want to see this shit anymore because I want to give her shit about it. Like, so let me not go. So I posted this ass where it's like, get the fuck over it. Gay people are here. They're just fucking... And it's not that big of a deal. Yeah. And some friends posted... One of my friends posted, oh, my mom and dad are the same way. I know how it is. They're like that. We know, but we're being progressive. We're getting through it. And I said, yeah, my parents are the same way. They're just both ignorant about that situation. And they get uncomfortable. But, me and you, like, we're the new generation. Our generation, we're going to... My dad messaged me... what did you mean you and your parents are ignorant? And I was like, oh man. Yeah, I was like, well, y'all both think gay people are wrong and like they're going to hell and that's wrong. And he's like, the Bible, blah blah. I'm like, yeah, exactly, Dad. Like, Adam
and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
I'm like, Yeah, and so now blocked. Like, I'm seeing that shit. Like,
no, yeah, I feel you.
Anytime my dad messaged me and my heart sinks, I was like, oh, fuck, what'd I do? Like, what does he perceive me doing something that pisses him off? At 20, I'm gonna be 26 this week. Man. Isn't that sad? Even the older you get, like, your parents will still hound you. Like, but we're being progressive, see? You know what I mean? Like,
man. Now, speaking of progressive, I don't know how this is going to segue. I started picking up golf.
Oh, I saw your post.
I was like, I'm picking up golf now. I'm starting to get really into it. Because my dad's always watched golf. Like, when the PS2 came out, he bought those Tiger Woods PGA games and stuff.
Top golf and shit. Like
he liked golf. He's always watched it. I've always remembered that as a kid and everything. But there was one year when I was a child that my dad just got fucking gung-ho golf nuts. He bought a fucking pair of golf clubs. He bought me and my brother a pair of like kid golf clubs. He bought like gloves. He brought the cleats. He bought all these balls, all these tees, all this professional grade shit. He got super into it.
Was he playing for a while before this, or he just?
I don't know. He may have played maybe recreationally in high school, maybe in the Air Force. I don't know.
No, sometimes you get American males, we tend to get into something like, buy all the best shit. Like,
So, yeah.
And I don't even fucking know if I like it, but I would need the best of it if I'm kind of like...
tell me why that's me, and I'm about to get into that right now.
American males, yeah.
So it's like...
M.O. Yeah.
So, and like, he would go to the driving ranges, he would go play golf with his friends, and he was doing this like every fucking week. Like, it was crazy. He would bring me and my brother to the driving range every now and then to let us, hit some balls and stuff. And it was super fun. But just as quickly as he got into it, quickly got out of it. Like, he was like, fuck this shit. I ain't got time for it. So now he's had these fucking...
Golf is hard.
It is hard.
It fucking is. Like, my arm is still sore. I've already been golfing 2 weeks in a row. And I'm about to go for, again, this weekend. So I'll make it 3 weeks. So it's like...
Your form looked good, though.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't see where the ball went.
So, I'll show you a picture.
It's like, I missed. It was like, I was just practicing the form.
I was like, I have a live photo of me missing the ball completely, so I'll show that to you.
Yeah.
So,
they won't notice.
I was like, good thing live photos can be posted on Facebook. Because if you click it, then it'll... And then...
It's like, oh, cut it.
Right. Oh, it's spliced. So, it got real out of it. And I don't know, because a long time ago, my good friend is the one you met at Little Woodrow's. The one that works with me. So, his best man, a long, long time ago, I remember they were making plans to go to a driving range. And he looked at me and goes, hey, well, you're always more than welcome to, come with us too, if you ever want to join. And this and that. I don't know if you play golf. And I was like, oh, yeah, I used to. Ever since he said that little piece, play golf, was just kind of etched in the back of my brain. I'm kind of like, golf. So then 2 weeks ago, I got really like, I want to fucking play golf. I want to go golfing. And also too, because my team, we were supposed to do a team outing. We were supposed to go to Top Golf, but it got canceled. And I was kind of like, cool, I'll get my golf itch out and this and that. So then when I posted to Facebook, I want to go to a driving range. That guy commented, hey, well, let's hang out tomorrow. Let's hang out on a Sunday. We'll go to a driving range. Okay. Driving out. He took me to Top Golf, played the day of the Super Bowl. This was so much fucking fun. Like, I was losing my mind, this and that. This past Saturday, I went to the driving range.
Golf? You were losing your mind?
Yeah, I was like, this is amazing. I'm having so much fun.
Cool. It is fun.
It was like,
golf is fun.
This past Saturday, again, oh my god, I cannot wait.
At Top Golf?
No, that was the Super Bowl. This week we went to some place called Oak Valley Driving Range over in Helotes. And then, so Saturday, because I get paid this week, I'm going to go again. But I'm probably going to spend like the whole day out there because Leslie works, going to some gender reveal thing, and then going to some sorority thing.
So a driving range is it's with golfing, but is a driving range also for when you shoot? When you go out shooting?
Shooting range.
Oh, it's shooting range.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That's what I've always called it. I've always heard it called shooting range.
I only went once to either one, but I get them mixed up sometimes because I feel like driving range. I don't know. I think of
shooting
guns.
range. You mean with like guns?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, driving range is golf.
That's the range that I'm mixing up.
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking like, do
driving
you call them the same thing or not? But
no.
Can we put a pin in this because I need a smoke break?
Smoke break. Smoke break. Smoke break.
You're the jerk of the week. You're a jerk and it's your week. You really outdid yourself like a crazy super jerk. You're probably a big jerk every week, but this week you're the jerk of the week.
Woo! Finally.
Been a while. Too many nice people in San Antonio.
Yeah, I was like,
It took too long.
Yeah.
holidays are over, so
Right.
jerks are
Yeah.
full in swing.
Christmas cheer is gone.
That's it.
Exactly.
That is for sure.
Now it's all fuck you.
Yep. Faith in humanity unrestored.
Yep.
So we all have a jerk of the week, or you said you didn't
I
have
don't
one?
have one. Maybe I'll make one up by when y'all are talking, but
Make one up.
Think about something.
Weezy has a jerk of the week too.
Yeah, I was hanging out in my front yard, smoking a J. You know what I mean? Just chilling with one of my homies, and it was super quiet, maybe like 10:30 at night. And there's this big blue truck, like a Dodge Ram, you know, and he gets in his truck, whatever, and he starts backing up. Like my neighborhood's like very tight, and people park on the street. You know what I mean? It's pretty sketchy.
Yeah.
And especially if it's like close to a weekend because they have parties and shit. So it's like now it gets really packed.
Like the sidewalks are like a car width apart, and then people park on the sidewalk, so there's like you almost can't drive down it with
Yeah.
certain cars.
Yeah. It's sketchy. It's sketchy for sure. Well, this guy, you know, he has a truck, and he starts backing up, and while he's backing up to get out of my neighborhood, somebody is coming into the neighborhood. There's obviously not
Which
enough
is
room.
impossible because it's like a one-lane traffic.
Yeah, at this point,
because
how many
everyone
people
parks
park?
on the street too.
Yeah.
So it's like this fucking wide. Like,
No, I know what neighborhood you're describing. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's super pinch.
No, for
maneuver.
those out there.
Oh, for the viewers. Okay.
But yeah, it's super pinch maneuver, and yeah, somebody was coming like up the street, and they were backing up, and then I just started to hear this like. And I was like, oh man, I was like, is he like leaning on his brakes? You know what I mean? Because that's what it sounded like. It sounded like maybe he has squeaky brakes, and it kind of rained. You know what I mean? And so I was like, you know, benefit of the doubt. I was like, okay, just a shitty, you got shitty brakes, bro. And then I hear, and it starts to sound like a fucking soda can. I was like, did they run something over, or is he like hitting a car? So like, I kind of walk down like kind of close to the street, and this blue truck's just backing up right into the fucking side of this SUV. Like, he's just pushing the SUV, just still backing up. You know what I mean? Just reversing. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, no big deal.
This is what I'm doing.
And so the other car that's in front of him, because now they're at a standoff, so they like reverse and park in someone's driveway to let him go. And he has this SUV pinched up against the fucking curb.
And it's a guy driving.
I think so. I don't know.
I feel like it's a woman.
I was like,
all the cool-
not to be stereotypical.
They had tint, and it was just a big blue truck. So like, it was fucking shitty as fuck.
Woman that didn't know how to drive a truck.
Right.
And that's what it sounds to me
I
like.
know that's
very
bad, but
possible.
I always, this is completely incorrect, and it's not true, but
What?
I've noticed that if I see an asshole truck, well, most trucks drive like asshole in the car, but when they drive superbly asshole-ish or incorrectly, it tends to be a woman in that truck.
Here's to add on to that. Anytime I've seen somebody drive stupid, where I'm like, what the fuck is this person
Right.
doing? It's always been a woman.
Right.
I mean, on the cool, it's either that or like some old guy.
Or an old
No,
guy.
yeah, old people.
Right.
It's old people a lot. Well, whoever that person was, because they just backed into that fucking SUV, and then they're just like, "Oh, cool."
So basically, women
that
are
didn't
your jerk
happen.
of the week.
You know what I
right?
mean? Like they just drove, like they didn't stop, they didn't get out to check the other vehicle.
That didn't happen.
Yeah, they were just like, "All right, cool." You know what I mean, man? That's got real close to the curb over there, and then just took off.
Did I almost hit
So
a nail?
women are your jerk of the week.
I don't know who it was. Whoever the driver of that blue Dodge is.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, I have one too,
that's
and
the jerk of the
mine's super small.
Did you make it up?
Less than yours. No, I didn't make it up. It's true. I actually had it last week, and I was excited to talk about it. It was a Facebook. See, my life's too surrounded by Facebook, so people piss me off. But it's written shit, so I don't know if they really meant that way. And I was gonna talk about it last week, and then this week I was like, I kind of like, I'll let it go. But now that we're talking stupid shit,
All right.
why not? So, Miss Teach has a lot of friends from Korea that were in like English school, so like they speak good English, blah blah. But this was like 13 years ago, right? Anyways, I post a meme that says people who can't watch movies with subtitles are weak, and their time will come. Ha ha ha.
I laughed. I think I liked it.
I watch a lot of Korean cinema, so I'm used to it. Mrs. Teach obviously can watch it without reading the subtitles, because she can understand it. So one of her friends, who I'm also very close with, actually, well, I was when we first met. We used to hang out a lot. We used to drink. He's a big drinker, but I haven't seen him in like 10 years or so. Drink break.
Free break.
Train.
I haven't seen him in a long time either. So I post a thing, he posts LOL, right? And I haven't talked to the guy in a long time. So you know what's funny? Mrs. Teach is actually like this. It's funny because if we can watch Korean shows or English show, or, American, not even if it's like Game of Thrones, we have to put subtitles on because she can't really understand it. She has to read it, and she has a hard time. If it's French or the thing is, if it's English, she can kind of, when she reads a little bit, it kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Not too strenuous reading. If it's a French or a Spanish or any German or whatever, she won't watch it because it's kind of, she's lazy. Basically, she's lazy. Miss G's kind of lazy, which is what the post was about, which is funny. He puts LOL. I said, it's funny, Miss Teach, because that's how we know each other. So she's like this. We can't watch Spanish or French movies because she gets like, she won't want to watch it. She says like, I don't understand, blah, blah, blah. He goes, that's interesting. Isn't she a teacher? And aren't you American? And aren't y'all getting married? And I was like, he goes, pretty ironic. And I was like, okay, shots fired. Right? I was like, it's not really ironic that she does. Now I'm defending her.
Right.
But at first I'm fucking making fun of her.
You're roasting her. Now you're like, wait, hold on.
Fucking defend her because you're making it seem like she's an idiot or something. Where I'm like, okay, well, she just doesn't like foreign films. Even though she can read English and understands it, she doesn't like foreign films because she doesn't want to read it. It's not ironic. We'll just stick to Korean and American cinema. He goes, clearly, you haven't talked to her enough about why she doesn't like these movies. Maybe you should start there. And I said, I was like, this motherfucker, I haven't talked to her in 10 years, wants to like talk to me like he knows my fiance that I'm getting married to this year better than I do or something. Right. I said, clearly, it's not that big of a deal. And we'll continue to watch American and Korean cinema. I brought this back to Miss Teach, and the way I explained it this year, she was like, what the fuck? Like, she kind of was like, and then she read the post. I don't think I'm exaggerating or embellishing this. She was like, oh, I don't think he meant it that way. I think he fucking meant it that way. And I think it's a fucking jerk of the week for that bullshit. So,
yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Although, he's pretty cool. I like him. Just that time, though.
That time, fuck him.
Giving me shit about...
being an ass.
Being an ass. Clearly.
Don't be an
I
ass.
was like, you don't start a Facebook post with clearly unless you're telling me I'm an idiot. Like, that's what that said.
That's like starting a sentence with,
that's like a white
taxpayer. You know what I mean? Like, that's the Facebook equivalent. Like, you're gonna say some douchey shit.
That was a shitty... I mean, you don't start that clearly. Yeah. Like, it's so obvious, and I did not recognize it.
You dumb fuck.
Wait, that's exactly what that meant.
I've been living like a fool for years.
You guys are giving me a hard time for editing, okay? Because I love leaving these types of parts in the show, because it's like, oh, damn, they fucked up somewhere.
Yeah,
we come back from the fuck up, and it's like, oh, I wonder what they did wrong.
They just deleted it.
Because, like, that's what's funny.
Just like a pause in monologue.
So then taxes. It's like, ha 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 ha. Okay. Fuck you.
Hold on.
They had to flip the tape.
I won't be specific, but there was one episode where David got super trash. You were super fucked up.
Oh, man.
And he started spouting off about someone. And I won't say nothing, but he stared going off on this person.
I know what you're talking about.
He went, and I was like, David, do you want to say this on the podcast? Like, I was like, and David was like, no, fucking leave it. He blah blah blah, spouting off, right?
I was going off.
So it was like a good 15, like the last 15 minutes of the episode, David was just going ham on this person, yeah,
because it was building up for a long time.
So the next week. And then we always, when we're about to end, we end up finding something else to talk about that's like another 10 or 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. So I'm listening to the episode and actually I was excited because I was like, oh fuck, this is where he was talking shit. I mean, it was like going, like that was some real carnage going on. And so we go from like bloop to bloop. Like it just like, and I was like, wait a minute. Did I miss that or something? I was like, did I miss the part? I was at work and I think maybe I missed it, but I remember you going fucking apeshit on something. He's like, no, yeah, I fucking cut that out. I was like, I can't have that out.
Because I re-listened to it and I was like, damn, I'm going to really hate if things work out and that's out there. So I was like, let me cut this.
Which, as someone on the inside, it was kind of funny to hear that, because
so and that's funny because you're like, so damn, yeah, you really went off, and I'm all, yeah, I did.
I think that part's in the
that's
the episode.
That's at the end, because then I could have cut that, because right before we said that, then we went, well, I've been David Clare, and then teaching, and the bitch, you guessed it, and I was like, if I cut that, then it's just going to sound really weird. So I was just
open-ended episode.
Like, so it's like,
David didn't really talk that mean about it anyway.
Jerk of the week wasn't that bad.
That was funny. Yeah.
Yeah, so I met up with, and it's over.
So first of all, bitch, you guessed it.
Right? And
I gotta change that up now. See, I feel like I've been doing that one too much for the.
It actually closed the live stream with that.
You did?
I did.
How dare you?
I did this.
How fucking dare you?
As an homage to, because people were commenting, hey, where's Teach? Hey, where's Teach?
No, that was me.
No, I saw that. I'm talking about the actual, like, people actually posting it. Yeah.
No, it was funny because I went on the page because I saw it. David was live, and I was leaving where I was at, and I told Michelle, I was like, David's fucking live right now on the page without me, and she's like, oh, that's funny, and I was like, where the fuck is the? Well, I was just being funny. I was like, where's the Teach, right?
Yeah,
and you were like, oh, where's the? I don't know where the Teach is. My page, kind of like a fuck you, like get the fuck. I was like, oh, damn,
Because the comment, because it just pops up.
he's all from my page. Get the fuck out of here. I'm doing this live stream. So
Because, like, it's funny because people are commenting questions and this and that.
Yeah.
And then I see the page name pop up. And I'm
Yeah.
like, because at first I was like, I didn't leave a comment. And then I see, where's the Teach? And because I saw you joined in on the live stream, it said, Teach started watching. A couple seconds later, where's the Teach?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I don't know, my page. Like you're going to blow your cover.
To me, I was like, oh,
you realize
damn.
you're logged in. Like,
Yeah.
What? Okay, and here's another thing: is on my phone when on my desktop, it gives me like this option of when I look at our stuff online that I can click my because I have another page for Shambhala too, so I can click the bubble and it'll be like, how do you want to post? This page, or you, and I can do that. But on my phone, it doesn't give you that.
It doesn't?
It doesn't give me that.
It doesn't on my phone.
It doesn't give me that aspect. So I knew I was posting as our page. I was like, I know he knows it's me because
Yeah, I knew it was you.
Who else
But
has
because
our
the thing
page?
was, it was like, Teach is watching. Comment. And I was like,
Yeah.
fuck. I was like, people are going to put two and two together.
I took. See, that's the thing how Facebook fucks this communication up because I was like, I took it as my page. Pipe down! I'm on the page right now.
It's
Get
my
out of
turn.
here! Yeah, I'm
Clearly,
using the page.
clearly you didn't understand me.
I'm live right now. Get out of here, T.
Because I was getting ready to go and delete the whole live stream because I was like, damn, Teach. I was like, not that I was mad, but I was like, because I know how secure you want to be with not putting your name on it.
Right.
So I was like, damn, I'm going to have to delete, but I rewatched it the whole almost 2 hours, and it doesn't show you when people join to start watching. So I was like,
well, it doesn't matter if I join, because people don't know I'm.
but during the actual live stream itself, it shows everybody who's joining in and
Oh,
watching.
like if I joined and then the
So
page.
it showed you join. It says Teach joined live stream. Then the page comments, "Hey, where's Teach?" And I was
don't
like,
think anyone's that into it.
I was like,
But okay, so look, like this thing I posted on the page. If I like it, it likes it as the page.
mm-hmm.
But I don't see the option of posting as me. Like,
So with that, so you would have to do share, and then right page. Oh no.
no, that's gonna share it to my page.
Yeah, hold on. So you could do share to a page, and then it gives you the pages you can choose.
Okay. No, that's just resharing the link though.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I want to.
So you want to like
as
it
me.
as yourself?
See, on my desktop, it has this little bubble where it has, that right there.
Oh yeah.
And then I can click down and go, and see how I have the two pages, but it'll have my name.
Oh, okay.
And then I can say, okay, as me,
Oh,
and then
I thought you were
it.
talking. I thought you were talking about the whole sharing thing, but no, on my phone it gives me the bubble.
To like it, like if you like, and comment. But if I comment on this, it'll comment as the page, not as
Yeah.
So that's that.
So iPhones are better than Samsung.
If you have multiple pages, I guess that is because I don't know how that works.
No, it's okay. It's okay, sir. I appreciate you, sir. I whistled on that. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I was like, was that natural? Did you do it on purpose? Like, can you do it again? Like, you can whistle speak?
Like the Herbert the pervert.
Exactly.
Hey, Chris. Now I can't do it.
Ball?
That
Get the
whistle,
ball, Jesse.
that whistle's crucial.
What else do we have to talk about? Oh, Logan Paul.
Yeah, that piece of shit.
The main topic.
I don't like to waste a lot of energy in that piece of shit because he just sucks, and that's a lot of what I have to say about that.
So pretty much what happened now. So as y'all may recall unless you lived under a rock, he posted a video of YouTube of a dead body in the suicide forest. Blah 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 blah. Internet, fuck you, Logan. We're gonna rip your testicles off. Da 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 da. I need to personally reflect. I need time off of social media. A whole measly 3 weeks later, he posts some like preview where he's like in a beard and a wig of long hair, and it's like the return of Logan Paul.
Yeah.
And it's like
I didn't watch the whole thing. I only saw the
scene
where he's fucking with things.
It was like, fuck you. And then like he nearly died in a skydiving thing. On one of his vlogs when he went skydiving, he opened his parachute. Parachute didn't come out. Drats. And he survived. Fucking spare
oh,
chute.
Man, that was almost too convenient. That was
it's like, damn. So then
a practical joke, and at the last minute they're like, we can't do it though. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
fuck, he is a human.
We can't like go through with it.
I was like, we don't want to go to jail. So yeah, so his most recent vlog at the time of this post, he posted a video. I guess he has rat problems at his house for whatever reason, and he decides to, hey, I have a dirty home, and advertise it. So apparently a rat got caught in a rat trap or just died of whatever. So he goes, no rat comes into my house without being tased. Tase! And he shoots it with a taser. And then they're like... A dead rat, mind you. So then
is it real though? Like, is it...
It was real.
Dead rat.
It's a real rat.
Yeah. And so, and like, cause he talks about how he's like seen rats around his like house and stuff. And so then as they're throwing it away, they're like, oh yeah, da da da. And then he's all, he pulls out the taser again and tases the dead rat again. So it's like, what? Who finds this funny? Who? Do you find it funny? Don't. Because who?
Middle schoolers, elementary kids, I don't know.
That's what
I don't get. Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, I've never been amused by him.
Who does that? You know what I mean? Like, who fucking does that?
I was like, that's something like two drunk hillbillies do. Hey, Bill, you see that rat over there? Give me my 12 gauge.
Behind closed doors.
You know, like, they're not broadcasting
advertise that. Even they're ashamed to do that shit in public. Like,
they wake up the next day.
God
damn.
Yeah,
can't believe it.
It's weird. It's super fucking weird. That's crazy.
This whole
it's like, just so you know, guys, I'm still gonna be edgy, I guess.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're like my favorite
I
types
learned my
of
lesson,
lines.
but like it's still gonna be. I don't know. That's weird.
And here's something else to do with death and like how I disrespect it.
Like, I was like, and so like apparently Google is stopping advertisements on his page.
Yeah.
So now he's losing like because he was making $1 million a month. For fucking YouTube!
For views.
Fuck!
Yeah,
and so now they're all like...
subscriptions.
So he's all like, oh yeah, this is, I definitely learned my lesson. This is, preventing profit from coming in, da-da-da-da. I'm like, no, fuck you. You shouldn't be making money off of you going, jumping off of shit. Like, no, boo, boo.
I boo Logan Paul.
I was like, boo Logan Paul.
In my soul.
Boo Logan Paul! We should be making money off of YouTube because we talk about real things.
Yeah, it's way more entertaining. If you like Logan Paul, you should check us out. Way better content.
Right? If you find that amusing, you will shit your pants off of what we have to offer.
Yeah,
so,
it's fucking crazy.
I don't know. This whole
YouTube celebrities. This is the outcome of YouTube celebrity.
It's like
same thing with child stars.
Like who? I can't remember. What's his name? Filthy Frank. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, that guy's fucking crazy.
Oh god, I don't know. I can't get it. I guess I just don't find screaming and yelling funny because I've seen a lot of video caps of him where he just goes, "Aah!"
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I've had my moments with it. I've dabbled in the Filthy Frank life.
In the Filthy Frank life.
I've never heard
of the.
Don't waste your time.
Yeah, don't.
It's just
really
don't prevent yourself. Like, remember when I taught you about 4chan?
Yeah.
This is worse. Like,
oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Don't.
It's like,
on YouTube?
Yeah, don't.
It's like
don't.
unironic internet trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the perfect way to describe it.
That is literally that's literally what it is.
Okay.
It's like
it's ironic. It still has some value.
Exactly.
Because that just reminds me.
Unironic internet trash.
There was this
or
post.
Internet cancer.
It was all like my sense of comedy is so low that I find this funny, and like I was like the caption on top of a video, and it was a Finding Nemo. He was like, why don't you go play on the little sponge pads or whatever? and like it cuts to the little sponge pad and the fish falls off, and you know how he starts crying? He's like, wah, because it's like a baby playground. Mm-hmm. So they took the cry out and they replaced it with with an alarm clock. So it was like, that's how humor is getting now. People are laughing at the most minuscule thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the point.
I was like,
that's what the caption was. My humor is so low that I find this hilarious.
Now, SpongeBob shit is pretty funny sometimes, though. Like the memes.
SpongeBob memes?
Is that what we're talking about?
No, that's Finding Nemo.
Oh, I was thinking underwater.
It's my fault for saying
fish.
sponge pad.
Yeah, sponge pad, fish underwater.
Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, we're talking about SpongeBob. Finding Nemo.
Water? Bob?
Yeah, I don't think I get the joke, dude.
I don't remember that from SpongeBob.
I don't think I get it.
It's funny because
I don't get your reference from SpongeBob, sir.
That's another point too where I'm like,
your joke's horrible.
He's on his head. Oh, fucking SpongeBob. God,
I don't know this episode of SpongeBob. Son of a bitch. Oh,
David tells me shitty jokes, man.
oh my god, dude. That's fucking hilarious.
He's gonna go to
That's
bed.
the most like unironic thing I've ever seen.
He's gonna go to bed. Man, Mrs. Teach, David told the shittiest SpongeBob joke. And it involved an alarm clock.
Yeah, like a fish and it cried. I don't even remember that episode. I've seen them all.
Alrighty, guys. Sorry about that.
that was exhausting. I feel like it worked out.
Yeah.
I feel like we should just cut the episode. That's all the gold we're going to get now. So,
it's all downhill from here.
Alright. Oh, man. So, we laughed so hard right now, guys. You have no idea.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, well, I don't know. I don't think I talked about it, but I'm just really glad of all the progress we've made on the show, speaking of which.
Yeah.
Still waiting for Spotify to get back to us. I guess we're just not good enough for Spotify.
That's, yeah. I use Spotify a lot, so that's what I'm waiting for, dude. So.
Yeah, I was like, I don't like the podcast app for iTunes. I don't like it.
But if you have iTunes or Google Play, and hey, click the no thanks part of...
You don't have to pay.
So, okay, so Teach was like, oh yeah, because he has an Android. He goes, oh, let me go listen to our show on Google Play. It gives him the option to either pay $9.99 a month or pay some fee. Yeah. And he goes, fuck this, close.
Right.
So I'm like...
Which I thought was funny because they was like, it's totally free, you guys. And I was like, this motherfucker doesn't know what he's talking about. Because it's asking me to pay off the...
So he tried to prove me wrong. Oh yeah, see it says $9.99 right here. I'm like, hey, it says no thanks right here in the bottom.
Right, bottom left, it's in white so that you don't realize that you don't have to pay. And you can listen to it, which is probably where, until we get on Spotify, I guess, where I will listen. Because I like to listen to the episodes, too. Mm-hmm. I was telling Dwayne before, too, where I was like, every morning after, I've mentioned this on the show before, too, where I'm like, the next day, I'm like, fuck, what the fuck was I talking about? It must have sounded ridiculous. And then I listen to it, I'm like, no, okay, it's pretty coherent. Like, I don't sound as bad as imagine I sound
the thing that sucks for me is because I'm just like, damn, and even though there's no comparison, because I'm nowhere near as famous as anybody, but it's like how like Comic-Cons and like where like you get Star Trek people and like Star Wars people and like people that are on really successful TV shows, how they like somebody could ask them, oh yeah, season 3 episode minute 4, and they're like, oh yeah, that and they're able just to pick up, and they can even pick up on it without even getting references. I have people come up to me, oh yeah, dude. I had somebody come up to me, oh, when you were talking about the penis man, that was hilarious.
Talk about the penis man?
Like me and you. So, and
I don't remember that either.
So, okay, and I boggle my brain for like a whole 8 hours. Because I'm like,
man.
Penis man. Because he goes, yeah, when you're talking, I'm like, oh yeah, that was so funny. Ha ha ha. Like laughing about it.
Look it up.
So then I'm thinking,
what episode?
I was like, I finally remember. He was talking about the guy that collected penises.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It was like Penis Man.
Penis Man. Yeah, he was one of the jerks of the week, right?
He was a story we talked. I think that was on the first episode.
I think it was
first or
2
second.
or 3. Because I was like, well, he's a jerk of the week, but also this is just a crazy story. So
okay, yeah.
You're just a jerk
segue.
if you collect penises,
right?
Like from severed bodies. So
so I was just like, oh yeah. So I was kind of like,
I think it's different too because people like at Comic-Con that do the acting and stuff, they rehearse so much about the lines, and then when they actually provide the lines when they're being filmed, I'm sure they remember that moment a lot more than we just kind of talk, you know?
Yeah. So I'm like, fuck.
But when you do. Saying Penis Man, I don't think of that. But when you explain the guy that collected penises,
because I
remember what I can think of when we were talking about that.
I was like, because I really boggled my brain because I was like, Penis Man. What in the fuck did we talk about Penis Man?
And you didn't ask him. You just.
I was just like, oh yeah, dude, that was crazy.
Wasn't that funny?
I was like, thank you for that. I really appreciate that. I didn't think that bit was gonna work, so it was just kind of like bullshitting.
It was all planned.
Oh, speaking of which, did we get any more fan emails or nothing?
No.
No, damn.
Did someone say that? No, I didn't.
So the questions that we got asked on the last episode,
were they sour about me talking shit?
They weren't sour, but they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna give Teach a piece of my mind."
Oh, okay.
But we haven't gotten anything yet, so
yeah,
I was kind of like, so don't be shy. Give us your feedback.
I'm interested in what the pieces of mine would be.
He was like joking, but like
yeah.
So and also too, because on the live stream he was giving me those similar type questions,
right?
But I was answering everything kind of similar to how we were answering on last episode,
straight from the hip.
just kind of like this is my thought on it. Like that's what I'm using logic in a lot of these things, and I was like, I'm being realistic with it. And he goes, okay, you want to be realistic? All right. So now he's going to fire us some crazy questions, but it's just a matter of when.
Okay, like more. I don't know. It's funny because I listened to that episode and actually felt like a dick.
Questions. Like,
I actually talked
get?
with Dwayne about. Remember that email?
I've gone far on the internet before. Like, you know what I mean? The world's a crazy place.
Do you remember that email that we received about like all those just off? You know, they're just like you can't really answer them.
What color is the Smurf chart?
Oh yeah.
Right, and I was kind of like, I don't know how to answer this, and I didn't feel like it was good material. Really, I just didn't at the time because I was like. I didn't really care, you know, I was coming from a place where, like, this is just too out there, like, It doesn't really matter. And then when I listen to the podcast and I hear myself kind of talking shit, I was like, I kind of cringed about it because I was like, yeah, you don't got to be a dick about it. Like, I felt like I was being a dick about it. And then when we did talk about him, though, it was interesting because we both rattled off, like, initially what we thought. It actually was good content.
It was. I really enjoyed it. Like, that's why when I listen, because when I'm editing the episodes and stuff, I just kind of skim through it.
Right.
It's like
you don't listen to it.
I listen to it, but it's like I'm going to listen to it so many times that it's being posted on YouTube when I post it on the podcast.com.
Okay. Well, I listened to it once, but I listened to it like I'm at work avidly listen to the show. So
yeah, so
I'm critiquing myself too. So
yeah, so it's like I get because like I listen to it a lot, so I'm kind of like I get kind of like I don't want to listen to the whole thing again because like when I hear parts that I've already heard multiple times. But no, I really enjoyed it. That was
it
funny.
It worked actually. It was interesting because I kind of like put my foot in my mouth because I was like, "There's no fucking substance to these questions," and then we were kind of like getting into it. We're like, "Wait, you think this?" And they're like, "Well, yeah." Because
he was talking so much shit.
Those are always those like end up being like philosophical questions,
right?
You know what I mean? Like. Tree falls in the wood, chicken or the egg. You know what I mean? It's kind of just one of those questions. It's like...
Which I still stand and I don't really care for them.
There's no real definitive answer. It's like how far you really want to take it. You know what I mean? Like,
it's really interesting to be put on this platform and discuss those kind of questions because normally if it was just one-on-one there wasn't a recorder listening to us, I'd be like, what are you talking about? I don't want to talk about that. Like, yeah, but when it's being asked and you want our opinion... I kind of want to, we both give
and so
opinion.
Like when I put out like email us topics, questions, this and that, I'm kind of like looking at more as far as like when I say like silly questions, stupid questions. Yeah. I was asked, I was like, I don't like dick joke questions or like something, something kind of like
Well, also I felt like I look forward to questions that they really want an answer to, like they would be interesting. Versus I just want to hear. I feel like those questions are more like I just want to hear y'all argue. Like those questions are kind of like I don't. whoever the listener was or whatever, it's not like they really have a definitive, I stand on this point for that question. It's more like, hey, no one has an answer. I want to hear you guys just bitch about it to each other.
Because it's really like, who am I to fucking answer a
right.
philosophical question?
But
you know what I mean? Like
the first one of the listeners, one of the first ones that was like, like kind of a little more in depth, where it's like I kind of feel like they might have had their own answer and they wanted to kind of compare it to. You know, I like those questions, but. Those other ones too are still pretty good. I mean, again,
and also questions like kind of like if you were going to be a bird, what type of bird would you be? Like kind of like
where you really have to. It's a little more thought about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, but of course, any email we get.
That's what shit.
Yeah, I was like, we're going to do it. We're going to talk about it because I mean, the emails are very slim to none. So
right, more on the none side.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
I'm always down to argue. So
you're right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes arguing's fun.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm game.
It was. Listening to that episode at first, I was like, I don't want to hear those questions.
Just don't get malicious about it. You know what I mean?
And when I
should be just like
to
a known rule. It's like state your case, but you don't have to be an asshole.
Hey, fuck you! I don't care what color a Smurf turd.
That's
okay.
Right. Right. We don't have to really get into that stuff, but then sometimes those questions that you do want to get into are kind of tasty as well. But,
tasty.
Yeah.
I mean, like the water thing. It's like,
was water wet?
That one was interesting.
Also, too, because it was a trending topic.
It was a hot topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to be grammatically correct,
right?
Or do you just want to make a statement? Like you know what I mean?
Right. I had an opinion on that because I had seen it. Kind of.
You know what? Water is dry. Fuck both of you guys.
Right. Right.
I've been drinking this water. I'm still thirsty, so it's dry.
That. I didn't know where you were going with that for a second.
Man, I don't know. I don't really have much else. I was like, man. I mean, briefly, Snapchat got that update.
Oh, Snapchat.
I was like, everybody got really butthurt about it, I feel, but it's like,
I'm not a very avid Snapchatter myself.
See, like I'm not like overly invested in Snapchat. It's something that's just.
I don't really know what. I know there was an update, and when I looked at it today, because I was so bored with Facebook, I got on and look, I have it pulled up right now.
Oh, excuse me.
The interface changed, I guess, right?
Yeah. So
you had to click on. You had to click on the messages now,
and that's where you see all the stories.
So they're interchangeable. So like to message someone,
you swipe on them,
swipe left,
and then to see their story, you just click on their emoji.
And if they don't have an emoji, it just
blank.
Doesn't do anything.
It's like a shadow thing, like Facebook. See, I don't know. I thought it was really simple. Like, I was just like, I don't know. But you know what? The majority of the people that I saw complaining are, like, people in high school, middle school. I didn't see anybody my age group complaining about it.
And apparently they lost all the previous snaps, I guess?
Streaks.
What's that?
So yeah. You
so
streaks,
get, like,
streaks for like messaging somebody.
So if you send pictures or message them
or some shit.
Mm-hmm,
like,
so
They
weird.
just went away with it, or you just lost them? You have to redo them.
You just lost them. So my sister is somebody that's so obsessed. She would send me pictures, streaks only. And just because, like, for snapping...
Wait, is a streak different than a snap? You can send someone a snap or a streak?
It's a snap, but it gives you a... So, a streak, you know how, like, you're on a winning streak, losing streak? You're losing...
Yeah.
This just means you're snapping people every single day.
Like, you guys are talking a lot, back and forth.
Okay. So, like, if me and Dwayne message each other for 10 days, there's a little going to be... There's going to be a little fire emoji that says 10.
Yeah.
And then we just keep going, and that number builds.
It's like a month.
So just that little... icon.
It's like a little insignia almost.
But as far as you snapping each other, that didn't change.
No,
it just means you talked a lot.
Everything, cut and dry, everything stayed the same, except instead of to swipe left to go to your stories, you swipe right to go to the stories.
Which is also messages now, too.
Yeah, they just condensed it. Yeah. So they condensed it to where...
But then they took the statuses off of, like...
the stupid streaks, which shouldn't matter to begin with.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like it because I didn't like when I go to my stories, and then I accidentally click on, like, ESPN or BuzzFeed or something stupid. Like, I click on one of those things. I like it to where it's all on the left side, and the right side is all those stupid advertisements and stuff. I like it better like this. I don't know.
I am so not into Snapchat that I don't... It's fine.
Well, the weird thing is, like, I thought I was just like tripping out at first because I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, Snapchat's like, "What the hell?" It's like it was just different. I didn't know why.
I was trying to smoke.
I didn't even know mine like updated. You know what I mean? I had no clue. I just like got on Snapchat.
Well, the thing is that
I was like, it's different. And then like I had a few friends over, and I was like, "Hey, like go to your Snapchat real quick." And they pulled up, and theirs was the same. And I was like, "What? Why is yours the same and mine's different?" It's like, you know what I mean? So I was like,
mine took a while to update.
I was looking at all my friends' phone, and they're like, theirs look familiar. My phone looks unfamiliar. You know what
They're like, what the fuck app you got?
They're like, what the fuck? And then my friend, one of my buddies was like, "Oh, see, like it's because you have a fucking Android, your shit's all fucked up." Like, what? And then, so on the cool, like for like the first day, that's literally what I thought it was. I was like, "Oh, it might break because I have an Android. Like this is dumb." You know
they stopped funding the Android
yeah,
part
I was
of
like,
it.
what the
okay,
hell?
going back to SpongeBob.
That's what I thought.
Oh my god.
That's what I thought had happened.
You know the one where he goes like in space too fucking far or whatever, and it's all just like shapes,
In space, are you
or time or whatever.
the time traveling one?
Time and
Okay,
space
yeah.
are the same thing. You wanna get into
Ah, it's
that?
okay.
Well, you get into it.
Where Squidward gets locked in the freezer.
Right.
Okay.
Anyways, he goes and he like there's all these like random like 3D platforms, and he goes to look at one and he picks one up and it just dissipates because he touches it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a meme where looking at my Snapchat feeds like, and it's Squidward doing that. So my connotation was that everyone lost their feeds or something because it was like, but it's just those icons. That's what that was.
As far as I know, that's what I saw the main complaint
What the fuck
was.
does that matter? How do
Exactly.
Dude, the weird thing, for a long time, I had no idea what it was. And I was just like, I would literally like message like my friends. I'm like, what the fuck is this symbol? Like, what?
Oh,
why?
I knew
Is
they
this
had,
symbol?
Why is it on fire?
I'm like,
I knew
why
they
is
had
this
like
symbol
I remember
happening?
like little
what the
emojis like
fuck?
with Mrs. Teacher had like a smiley face because I message her all the time on like if I ever
Yeah, it's like that. That's something else that kind of like it indicates like, oh, you guys are
like all
like
are friendly or
acquaintances,
whatever.
friendly. But yeah, once you hit that certain point, that's when you get the streak.
What is a streak?
Where you message like for X amount of days in a row, it becomes a streak.
See,
So-
the way
so-
you're saying it sounds like a streak. You can send a streak, and that's different.
You don't
from a
send
snap.
a you get a streak. You start a streak.
Like you're on a winning streak.
So like Spurs won
I
10
don't
games
get
in a
it.
row. They're on
The
a 10-game
verbiage
winning
is
streak.
Totally lost on me.
So okay, I snap you 5 times. We get the smiley face. 5 days in a row, we get the smiley face.
You just have to snap me. I don't have to reciprocate. You just send me 5 snaps in a row.
So I send you 5 snaps in a row, 5 days in a row, we get a
Okay.
smiley face.
Okay.
10 days in a row, we get a heart.
Okay.
30 days in a row, boom, streak. We're on a 30-day
A
snapping
streak is just another icon. Then.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's what we've been saying.
No, because you keep saying you can't send a streak. You can't send streaks anymore.
You can't send streak. People lost their streaks. Their streaks reset at 0.
They lost the icon that.
No, the icon's still going to be there, but with the app updating, they pretty much start at 0 now. 0
Right,
days,
right,
fresh,
right.
clean slate with
A
everybody.
streak is just that little symbol. Okay. The verbiage sounded like you could send streak because you were like they lost streaks that you could when you send a lot.
You're
get
the one talking
streaks.
about the streaks. We're just trying to explain what the streak
No,
was.
the word was streaks. The verb was. It sounded like something
That's
you
the secret
send
word.
it to it.
No, it's just the word of the day is
So
streak.
basically, everything will be fine. No one.
Yes.
It's just like when Facebook updates and everyone's like, "What the fuck? I'm done with Facebook," and then they're like, "Oh, I'm still on Facebook." the
That
rest of my
shit
life.
cracks me up because it's just like, this update is weird and scary. I don't get it yet.
I'm deleting it.
Alright, I figured it out, guys.
Yeah.
It's all good. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
No, it's actually a lot better this way. It's like, that's what's going to happen. People are going to realize, oh, the Snapchat update is way better. Cool.
It's not what I know, but it's even better.
I was like, I don't know. I was like, I just remember when Snapchat came out and it was used just for nudes. It's
Right.
like, that's when I was like, hell yeah. That's when I heard pictures you can send and they disappear after a certain amount of time. Is this app free?
like, obviously.
It's like, holy shit.
And then if you save them, they let the people know. So you discourage.
So you
saving.
can't screenshot because then it's like, damn, then they could really call you out.
Obvious.
Man, I remember Snapchat changed.
Although was Snapchat
game.
a thing in your high school when you were in high school?
Snapchat came out my sophomore year.
Snapchat was not when I was in high
No,
school.
not me either.
That was
You had
way...
to send nudes your old fashioned way.
Yeah.
Over that
Carrier
one-
pigeon.
Hey, no, hold on. There was a website that you could upload all your images and then send them through Facebook or something, and then if you deleted it on the web page, you couldn't look at them anymore. It was
Dropbox?
No, it was before. It was like Dropbox.
Imager or whatever it's called.
No, it was before Imager. It was old school. This is my freshman year. It's funny because I had an ex-girlfriend of mine, actually the one I was dating when I met Mr. Teach, and I was dating him for a week at the same time. But all her nudes. So here's the thing. She would send me nudes, but they were... Because at the time, you couldn't just, like, upload a pic like you can on Facebook. It's just, like, it's in your, gallery. You can just send it. Mm-hmm. You had to upload it. Kind of like the podcast. You had to upload it to this website. And then you could take the link and send it to someone. They could click that link to look at it in that website of collections of theirs. So girls would send nudes with that. And so you'd have them, though. So, like, back in the day, that was, I had the link. But if they deleted the picture on their web...
I know what you're talking about. That was like using the URLs.
What the fuck was it called, though?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But if they deleted their picture on their website... I
had a camera phone.
And you would click on the...
If I'm getting news, it's because it was before... Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but it was live action.
Well, it wasn't...
You gotta earn it.
It wasn't before camera phones, but they were better pictures, though. Because camera phones only took...
I was like...
You're talking about, like, if they take it with, like, a digital camera and then upload it to the computer?
Yes. It was like... That was like... Your girl sent you pictures on that shit, and then like...
at that point, I just email on the cool.
I had a camera phone.
No, even then, I don't think pictures for the email. It was... What the fuck was the site? I can't think of it, because...
If you know the site, please help the teach out, because we gotta...
Anyways, if you went back to like revisit these nudes, and if they took them off, they didn't tell you. You don't talk to the girl anymore, so they would be like... Image has been deleted. Like, fuck! Like, that sucks. Like, man. You didn't get to keep it, And there was no snapshotting or anything back then either.
I remember people doing it through, like, MySpace for a little while. And the IMs on there, you could upload images. I remember that being a thing for a little bit.
Okay.
And then I remember, like, just cell phones. But it was always, like a folder. You know what I mean? Like, it was really weird, like, how you got it. It was almost like a URL.
Even on MySpace, it wasn't as easy like Facebook, where you can just upload pictures. You had to, like, get a URL to post it.
Yeah, you had to get a URL.
And there was a website that was free. It was like...
Yeah, there was...
Photo Bucket! It was Photo Bucket. That's what it was.
To convert it.
Photo Bucket. That's what it was. And they could send you messages with with their Photo Bucket.
Well,
and
they would upload to a folder
to their Photo Bucket online.
Yeah, and
then
you would look
send
at
you the link.
And then they could like take that link away.
Right. You know what I mean? Right. And the thing was that Photo Bucket at one point too realized that fucking teenagers were sending nudes, so that's fucking illegal. And they were like, they figured out it was titties and vag. Like they would it'd actually be like, because I remember texting this ex-girlfriend, be like, hey, what happened to your nudes? Like, you sent me those nudes, I can't look at them. She was like, oh, they must have been like, caught. I'll send some new ones. Like,
no, okay.
And just use those until they get caught too.
I was like, with that.
Photo Bucket, you ever heard of Photo Bucket?
Photo Bucket, yeah, I know.
Okay, but that's so not necessary now.
It's weird. I don't.
It can't even be a site anymore, right?
I was like,
why would you use it?
I just remember Photo Bucket back in the day when celebs had leaked nudes. There would be a URL.
Why would they put it on Photo Bucket?
They didn't post it. The people that stole the photos out of
they would put it on their Photo Bucket.
So it's like, I remember that. I was like, but I had a camera phone. If I was getting nudes, it's because I was playing. I always remember constructing the right text to send. Don't fuck this up.
Those fucking messages suck. On those, I used to have a flip phone. It was before Cricket. It was Pocket.
I had Pocket phone.
I had a flip phone Pocket. And I remember a girl sent me a vag pic on that phone, and I had it forever.
Unless it's like the most clean-shaven pussy, like...
and it was not.
It's gonna be...
And she was a meat hanger girl, which is fine. Some girls are just...
Pointing out.
But it was just not my cup of tea. But on a flip phone, it even looks worse. Like on a flip phone.
Who sent me this picture of Arby's? So like,
right, yeah. What's a roast beef sandwich on my phone?
Nudes were bad on those old phones for sure. Those cameras are horrible.
Just titty
those
pictures.
Those cameras were horrible. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they were.
But if it was your girl,
2 megapixels, like fuck. But on the cool at the same time, it's like I was fucking 15.
So I'm like,
my God. But Photo Bucket was like the next. If you got a girl to put it on the Photo Bucket, like with her digital camera and send you, that was like next level. You know what I'm saying? Like versus the pixels.
Man. I've had to like email them before. I remember like way back in the day, like getting emails. Like
I don't think I did email. I just remember text messaging.
Mine was always text messaging, which was girls that were not that into you, or like they weren't about really fucking. They just were liked attention or something. And then girls that you could fuck did it on Photo Book It because
Man.
they wanted you to see the merchandise. But I don't know how that sounds.
But on that note,
see, and that's why my name can never be on these fucking podcasts.
He is anonymous. Yeah. So the whole conspiracy theory. You are not Abel. You are not Leslie's cousin.
Right? No,
I'm
not Leslie's Leslie.
You're like, no, you're not.
Okay, and well, David does a great job of editing, but there are still some times where we miss it.
Yeah, it gets very, very close.
If you're making conspiracy theories and you really know who I am, want to know who I am, listen to them all, and there's plenty of name drops. I mean, there's a good amount.
If you play them backwards in Latin.
No, there's a few that there's my name as well as Mrs. Teach. Yeah. Although Mrs. Teach is hard if you don't know her because it doesn't sound like
it just sounds
a name. Yeah.
Could be background noise.
Right, it doesn't sound like a name.
It sounds like a sneeze.
Yeah. And it definitely doesn't sound like a female name. I was asking someone the other day about, we were telling them male and female Korean names, and I was like, what is this? And they were like, male. We're like, nope, girl. Like, and it's funny because in Korea they're like, oh, that's a girl name. We're like, it just sounds like gibberish. Like,
gibberish.
Like sounds Mino. Like Mino. What does Mino sound like? Mino.
That sounds like a boy.
Okay, that's a boy's name. What about Jean?
Boy.
That could be a girl.
That's a girl. What about Bongja?
Girl.
Boy.
Girl.
Really?
Yeah. What about B?
Boy.
Boy.
Yeah, it is a boy.
Play the gender game.
Well, it's weird because I have cousins that are like, they have like super rowdy names from the Philippines.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
so
the thing is if you don't know the connotation of that name, it just sounds, we know like Michelle, oh, that's a girl name. Yeah. Michael, that's a boy's name. But to other countries, they're like...
It's 2018. Yeah. Boys and girls can have any names they want. Okay?
Well, and the thing is that if
my friend has a son named Raiden.
That's dope.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Props to your friends.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's the best name.
It's fucking awesome, dude.
I mean, second to like Sub-Zero.
Does he have a straw hat?
I don't know, he's little, dude.
Buy him a straw hat.
He stays in the house.
Probably should buy him.
Buy him a straw hat.
Yeah, just get him used to it now.
Yeah, but if you go to other countries, they're like Michael and Michelle. They'd probably be like, I don't know, is it the same fucking name?
Michelle.
Well,
in France, Michelle could be a boy's name.
I think German
and
too.
Then like Russia. Is that like a big thing in Russia?
No, I think German. Michelle in German that's a Euro trip.
That just reminds me of a fucking
Euro trip.
No, dodgeball.
Oh yeah,
it's a big old black guy.
Laser. No, it's Blade, Laser, and then
Blazer.
Laser.
And then you already met Michelle, and he's all.
And that crazy Russian name that I can't say. Rosanov Kasarnov.
Yeah, the terrifying one.
Man.
And she's actually pretty hot in real life.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's just all Omega. Like,
yeah.
Don't be bamboozled.
Don't be bamboozled, for sure.
And Ben Stiller and the girl that repulsed by him
Kristen Taylor
married in real life. Yeah.
Well, I thought they got divorced. Or are they still married?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. Let us know.
They might have been divorced.
Let us know Ben Stiller's marital status, please.
Didn't work out.
So.
This is a giant... Oh, I did a lot of things
wrong.
There's a lot of stuff going on. I just feel like this is a giant case for like one pack of wraps and some filters.
If you would read it, at one point it held 100 filters. Those filters are long gone.
Is this 100 filters?
No, that's a new pack. That's just a container now.
It looks like that might have been 100 filters.
Read it. Read it. It says how many there are.
No, I think he's saying because it's already like...
Right.
Down.
So like, this looks like 60 and this space looks like 40. So...
No, there's not that many in there.
How many packs were in here?
What do you mean? No, those were pre-rolled filters. That came with pre-rolled filters. I used them all.
So these are...
So now that's just a container where I put my new filters that I roll that aren't pre-rolled.
I mean, it's just a cool
now it's a
tin,
case.
though.
Yeah, it's a case. For the
put your
pre-roll.
weed in there.
Yeah, I do.
And your weed paraphernalia.
I do.
Which is cool.
I keep my filters, my wraps.
And then, like, you just roll this, like, in a circle?
Yeah.
Just like this?
Yeah,
You just, like...
It just chills back there. A little piece of cardboard in the back.
But I'm saying, like, the aspect is just, like, to...
Yeah, you just fold it, like, you know what I mean? This way, and then the other way, and then the other way, and then you wrap
Yeah, I was watching...
What's funny is that you don't have raw filters. You have pure hemp filters, which are not... Are they raw filters? Is this... No. Different filters.
They're not raw papers.
So
because you get like more of those.
Blasphemous.
You get like 7
Blasphemous.
of those, and then the raw.
These are the wrong type of filters for this case. When did you buy this case?
They're organic, first off.
Well, this is raw, and this is pure hemp, which I'm sure is great. Also unbleached.
Mm-hmm. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Like most of Beverly Hills assholes.
Yeah.
Unbleached.
I'm lost on this conversation. It was like...
Well, that part was assholes. It was not.
Well, the assholes, I understood.
That should be up your alley.
Bleached
asshole, right? Like,
hey guys, just because
I'm lose you in conversation.
That's what brought me back in. Kind of like the sponge pad.
I was fading there for a second.
Just like we're teaching the sponge pad. Like, oh, I know this combo, SpongeBob.
Blank, blank, blank. Bleach asshole. What? Let me lend my expertise.
So what you want to do? You want to get it shaved because that's
the correct way to do it.
Don't lose the bleach on the hair. Yeah.
You know something funny I was actually thinking about is like I just want to make a
bleach asshole.
Yeah, that. I want to make advertisements for like brands and like fucking promote them and be like tag them and shit.
Like fake ones.
Not so much fake ones, but be like, I love Angry Orchard. Angry Orchard, I drink every week on this podcast.
I went through that, but for fake shit.
For fake shit?
Yeah, like totally fake, random, like stupid stuff, like stupid shit, and like really endorse them. Like we're really about it. They're kind of like, oh fuck, like they might go on Amazon and look it up.
We picked up new sponsors. You know what I mean? We're blowing up.
Yeah, because if they're real, it's kind of a waste. But if they're fake, it's kind of funny.
If they're real, that means they're like, hey, wait, these guys are like randomly promoting us. Fuck yeah, let's promote them.
If that's real, that's hilarious.
Well, no, because they'd be like, oh, they're already doing it.
And whistles.
Well, they could be like, yeah, still do it more.
What if some random item gets like a high profit range because we randomly endorse something we thought we made up?
We get some packages. We get an email.
Hey, they're gonna be like, hey, that was cool, but don't give them any money because they're
like,
doing it for free.
There's
like
this company on Amazon that just does nothing with brand whistles, and they just like sold a shit ton for no reason. There's a podcast.
No, they won't give us. They won't give us money. They don't like some sponsors. They don't pay money. They just pay them in free shit. You're just like, oh yeah,
that'd be cool.
Wow, it's like you get
your samples.
What are you gonna do with whistles?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I want to advertise Angry Orchard. Get fucking free beer every week. That'd be fucking awesome.
It'd be cool if it worked with beer. It'd be way more useful than the whistles.
You could donate them to underprivileged gyms.
True. To high school coaches around the world.
To coaches in training.
I like how Dwayne like went from like. The idea of whistles to like real shit. He's like, whistles? That doesn't make any sense.
He was saying like this underground whistle company is like, our fucking stock is blowing up.
You're like, Andrew, you're like, oh yeah, Angry Orchard. That's better than whistles.
Because they said I want to advertise real shit so we can get free shit. And then Nestle goes, what would you do with a bunch of whistles? And I was like, no, that's why I want to fucking advertise Angry Orchard. You derailed my advertising.
What do you want to do with a bunch of Angry Orchard?
I was like, fuck, you've derailed my advertising idea.
It's like apple juice.
Hey, fuck you, I love it.
Apple juice and whistles. Just as useful.
Oh my god.
High school gyms, man. That's
we'll donate to coaches in training around the world.
Oh my god.
Like the page, watch the podcast, you'll get a whistle in the middle. You'll get
our logo embossed on it.
And maybe an Angry Orchard if they send this shit too.
Oh my. So on that note, I think we need to wrap this up. We're derailing.
Alright.
This has been Usos.
Go buy whistles.
Go buy whistles. Actually, something I do want to say. If you like the show, please, whatever format you watch us on Facebook, leave us a 5-star review. Because I have done research. Reviews actually help promote shows more than likes. So please leave very positive reviews. iTunes, Google Play, and Facebook, YouTube as well.
Yeah, also if a show doesn't come out that week, message David Wayne Claire and ask him what the fuck, and give him shit about it.
Give me shit.
Because it's always David, it's not the teach, just to let you know.
Right. No problem. And also, too, the episodes get posted to YouTube first. because it does take time for it to get up to iTunes and Google Music. I always call it Google Play, but it's Google Music.
Yeah.
So just be patient on that if you're just going to strictly use a platform now, but YouTube is always going to be the first line of defense on that. But on that note, I appreciate the support. Thank you guys for tuning in to the live stream. Those who did, at one point it reached 7 viewers, which I was a little bit amazed about. But as always, I'm Dave. Yeah, but on that note, I am David Clare.
And I'm Dwayne.
I'm the Teach, and I put the mail on the bread.
No, don't do it. No. No, I'm a virgin. No. I'm a virgin. No. I'm a virgin. No. I'm a virgin. No. I'm a virgin.